Welcome back to We're Right Here. I'm Karen Richards with CNB Bank, and today I have with us again our President and CEO, Mark Harrell.
It's
Mark,
great to be here.
thank you for your time. Coming off a full year of the podcast, we thought it'd be a great time to talk about a very successful year for CNB Bank. So, we're going to go through our top 10 list for 2025. So, Mark, let's start with the renovation and ribbon cutting of our Valley Road office in Berkeley Springs and the commitment to our home market.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're really excited about that. We did a complete renovation of that office. That office was way overdue.
Mhm.
As you said, it's in our home office, in our home base. And we're really committed to bricks and mortar. Our
Mhm.
clients tell us they want that. Our relationship banking model, along with the technology enhancements that we included in that office, have been significant. It's a big investment, and we're just so pleased to remain in Berkeley Springs. And as you said, that's our home office.
And that office sees a lot of foot traffic. And
It
as you
does
said, it was
indeed.
long overdue. The carpet there was getting kind of worn out. And then also in 25, we expanded our branch network in Hagerstown. I'm sorry, in 2024, we expanded to Hagerstown and Virginia Avenue. And so in 2025, then we celebrated that 1 year anniversary.
Indeed, we did. So we set a path a little more than 10 years ago when we entered that Hagerstown market. Of course, we entered the Washington County, Maryland market in 2004.
Hmm.
But when we entered the Hagerstown market about a decade ago, we kind of identified three general areas that we wanted to be in. And we thought those three areas could really help our clients and really provide great financial services from a community bank. So that Virginia Avenue, which is considered the southern part of
Hmm.
Hagerstown, was the third of those three, and we celebrated that 1 year anniversary. We were so well received there, and the office just continues to expand and
It
grow.
does. And so in 2015, I think, is when we opened our branch in Longmeadow Plaza. And so in 2025, we closed that. And at the end of 2025, opened on Pennsylvania Avenue,
That's
which
ex-
kind of rounds out the branch network there.
that's exactly right. So our first office, as you know, was that Long Meadow
Hmm.
office, and that did us exceptionally well over the last 10 years. So much so that we candidly just outgrew the space, and we started looking about 2 or 3 years ago for where would a great location be to again better serve our clients in the north end of Hagerstown. We just talked about the south end,
Hmm.
in the north end of Hagerstown to complement what we have in the east end of Hagerstown. And we landed on that Pennsylvania office, which is, as the crow flies, about a mile and a half away from Long Meadow. And it's a space that we convert to 5,000 square feet from 2,000 square feet. And we're already maxed out in that spot.
Hmm.
So we're really excited about that location.
It's gorgeous, don't you think?
Is it?
It's
It
so
is indeed.
beautiful.
It is
Mhm.
indeed.
And now our locations, most of them, kind of have that signature C&B look and feel to them.
It does indeed. And
Mhm.
that's by design. That's
Mhm.
intentional.
So let's talk about some awards. So we won several awards in 2025, and the first was to you. So the Community Banker of the Year award through the Community Bankers of West Virginia. I know that has a special meaning to you, named after Bob Bariner, a close
It does.
friend.
It does
Hmm.
indeed. Bob and I were good friends, and he was such a good mentor to me. And to be recognized as the Bob Bariner Community Banker of the Year in West Virginia was, as you said, was very meaningful to me. And there's so many people that are as or more deserving of that recognition than I am, in particular in our organization. But certainly, as we, Karen, we say in the office all the time, our hard work leads to healthy communities, and to be able to sit at the table and really have an impact on our community is also something really special.
Yeah. Well, congratulations again.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
And then how about the Tri States Best Award? So in 2025, we were named the best bank in Berkeley County, best investment firm, and best overall leadership, which I know you're especially proud of that one. And then finalists for best mortgage and best bank in Washington County.
And thank you, Karen, for mentioning that. That was a true honor, and I'm glad to say that I've lost track of how many times we've been nominated in all of those
Yeah.
categories. It seems like when you've got a dozen plus banks throughout your footprint, and some of those are very large banks, some of
Mhm.
those are large regional banks, and to consistently rank as a finalist in multiple years, we are the number
Yeah.
one, and that's according to the readers. That's
Mhm.
according to those who vote, and we're super proud of that. We think what we do is pretty special,
Mhm.
and that just gets reinforced annually by those by that recognition.
Yeah, most definitely. And so that win for the best investment firm. So let's talk about our wealth advisor team and how
Sure.
that's a differentiator for us and belongs on the top 10 list.
Absolutely. We have been just really pleased with how well received that wealth advisory
Mhm,
component of our business is. Our clients want it, they need it. To be able to sit down with an expert in that space right here locally and be across the table as you're planning your most precious assets, and being able to do that locally with folks that you go to church with, your kids go to the same schools, you go to the same athletic fields. That's something special, and we think for us, that will continue to grow
mhm.
and expand. Our assets under management and our trust and investment area grew from just over 30 million a dozen years ago to nearly
Wow.
300 million.
Mhm.
And so certainly clients are responding as well.
So in 2025, we celebrated some pretty big retirements. And
Uh,
so they're not on the top 10 list because we're happy they're gone. They're on the top 10 list because of their tenure in the banking
wow.
industry. So we celebrated retirements of Becky Stotler, Arnie Stotler, Tina Davison, Nancy Eichelberger, and Kathy Marshall. Combined, I don't know how many years of experience that group has, but
Yeah, if I'm a banker, so I'm supposed to be able to do that pretty quickly in my head. I would, Karen, I would suggest 160, 170
yeah.
years between that group, and just exceptional talent. But all five of them, and we miss them dearly.
Yep, we do.
We miss them dearly.
Hmm.
But part of why they were so good is that they really trained their staff really
Hmm.
well. And so if you're inside of the shop, you hardly felt it. I mean, it's
Hmm.
we miss them
Yeah.
emotionally, but they prepared us well for their departure,
Yeah.
and we are just so fortunate to have one of those. Becky Stotler remains on our board,
Hmm.
and so now she is providing us strategic guidance,
Hmm.
and so that's exceptionally helpful to the management team.
You still answer to Becky.
I
You will
I
forever answer to
did
Becky.
before and I do
You still
officially
do.
now. So
Yeah. Let's talk about our commitment to technology. You mentioned it when you talked about the renovation of Valley Road.
mhm.
And so we set out, I guess it was 2023, to
That's
really
right.
enhance our technology
That's right.
and are continuing to do so. Just launched our ITM network, an upgrade of our ATM network. Obviously, our online and mobile banking platforms are enhanced. Um, so, talk about that and the importance to our
Sure.
mission.
And Karen, it's hard to talk about it and not talk about it hand in hand with what our clients expect. They
Hmm.
still like to come into the office. They still like to talk to us.
Yeah.
They like to have a person that they can speak to when they call on the phone. And so by blending in our technology, we were really intentional as we expanded our ATM network to, as you said, ITMs, interactive teller machines that can do everything the ATM can do. But if you get stuck, if you have a question, if you want to do a more advanced transaction, you push a button and one of the CMB Bank folks pop up on the screen
Yeah.
and will help you through that process. So you kind of blend the two, the technology plus the relationship side of our business, and that's critically important to our clients, and it's important to us.
Yeah. We don't lose that human touch.
We sure don't.
So, how about our commitment to education? So, that has been a mission of ours for as long as
Mm.
I can remember. And so, in 2025, we had several team members complete certifications from the commercial team to a marketing specialist. We have several team members in different banking schools from West Virginia Banking School to executive level schools. So, how important is that to you and to the
Oh,
bank as a
wow.
whole?
Yeah, that is so important. And as you know, when we talk internally, there's hardly ever a time that we don't talk about our culture of learning. And you can't talk about that without talking about our board. Our
Hmm.
board not only embraces education, they expect it.
Hmm.
And they set those expectations for us as the management team. And I'll just kind of sum it up this way. Sometimes a board member, not our board member, but sometimes a board member says, might say something like, what if you train them and they leave?
Yeah.
And the response is, what if you don't train them and they stay?
Hmm.
And so for us, we take the proactive approach. We think a more educated banker is a much better experience for a customer, and we set those expectations. And all of us, including me, are expected to continuously learn in this business.
I've said on here before, and I know I've said to our team too, that the educational opportunities are one of my favorite parts of community banking. You don't necessarily need that college degree. There are so many opportunities for banking schools and courses and internal trainings that we offer. that we can teach in banking?
Absolutely. Certainly, there are some jobs and skills that are necessary for
Mm,
banking that may require
mhm,
some post secondary education. But you're exactly right.
mhm.
The opportunities for our staff, they're just enormous.
Yeah.
So we're really proud of that.
So last on my list is our overall growth and how we've just been um, so careful with our strategy to grow and how we've been able to deploy that. So let's talk about that and then what
Well,
that means for
it
2026.
absolutely belongs in the top 10. I don't
Mm,
know where I would rank it in the top 10, but growing prudently and profitably is
mhm,
important to us. And the one thing that we just underscore so boldly is we never forget who we are.
mm,
And remain so true to this community. And that is really what excites us and drives us and motivates us. So maintaining our independence is certainly a primary goal of ours. So we'll continue to grow.
mhm,
As is expected, we continue to explore tools to allow us to do that. We haven't mentioned artificial intelligence. I don't know
yeah,
that that has a place in our top 10 for last year.
mhm,
Perhaps it does, but we are investing in art. We have invested in artificial intelligence. And our approach to artificial intelligence, Karen, is a little bit different, isn't it?
mhm,
It's not so much a focus on an efficiency play or how to reduce expenses. It's how to provide better experiences for our clients.
mhm,
What tools and systems can we put in place to enhance an experience that they already enjoy with us?
mhm,
And so we're really proud of that,
mhm,
and we invested, as I said, as a community bank, pretty heavily in artificial
mhm,
intelligence tools.
mhm,
And let me just say this: I think it's important to say, artificial intelligence was coined in the 1950s. So this isn't something new. Predictive modeling's been around since the 90s. It's just the systems have gotten a lot better. And the large language systems have gotten a lot better. So we're pretty excited about it. We think it's going to continue to enhance what we're
yeah.
already doing really well.
I think so too. Like you said, enhance the customer experience, but also the experience for our team. So to give us tools that then maybe free up a little bit of time that we can fine tune some other skills.
That is so key. And again, that translates directly
Yeah.
to the client.
Mhm,
Client calls in, they want to know something. Our systems, because we bolt on various items to our system, and
mhm,
that's all in the spirit of taking good care of the client, but sometimes it gets a little clunky.
mhm,
So our hope is that artificial intelligence helps us navigate through the clunkiness
mhm.
to be even more responsive to our clients.
Right. So give us some predictions for 2026.
Oh
What's your
wow.
outlook for the year?
I'll say this at the high level, very optimistic. I think there are just so many good things that have been happening. I recently read a comment by the Richmond Fed chair, Tom Barkin, actually president, I'm sorry, who said, last year was kind of like driving in some fog.
Mm,
You could kind of, put your wipers on, you could adjust your lights, you could kind of see your way through. This year, it feels like it's either a little less foggy or
mhm,
my lights are working a little bit better.
mhm, mhm,
But I really kind of like that story that he shared and give him credit for that. But I do feel really optimistic about the year. I think the economy's done well, despite maybe some criticism that's been offered out there for the Fed. I think the Federal Reserve's done a nice job navigating through some choppy waters these last 5+ years.
mhm.
I, I'm, I'm optimistic.
Optimistic. I think we get to hear from Tom Barkin through the Berkeley County Chamber in March. I think
That's
he'll be,
correct.
yeah, coming in for a luncheon, so that should be good.
Yeah.
So, what are you most looking forward to for the year?
Oh, wow. Just continuing what we're doing really well and just watching some of our folks that are continue to grow in an organization
Hmm.
and kind of taking that next step, that next leap to
Hmm.
what they're doing exceptionally well. And so we're excited about that. We're excited about some of the strategies that we've been employing over these last couple of years and seeing where it takes us.
Hmm. Do you have any resolutions for the year?
Oh,
First,
wow.
anything personally?
Any resolutions? No, because I pretty much fail at those within the first week to 10 days. But no resolutions for me. How about you? What have been your
Yeah,
resolution?
so I do have resolutions this year. So, golf more
Oh, okay.
is on my list this year. Move more. So, just get out and walk more and try to do more of that outside and read more. So, I
Wow.
used to
Okay.
read books a good bit. I kind of got out of it. So, I'm
Okay.
trying to get back into it. So, we'll see.
All right. So what's a goal?
Oh gosh. Excuse me. A step goal. So get my 10,000 steps a day.
Oh, wow.
So there's a
Okay.
goal.
Okay.
which is not as easy as you might think, as some
Okay.
might think. So, especially when you sit at a desk most of the day.
Should I remind you that our friends here at SC Studios are recording you?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so
the
these are etched
Alexi
in
will
stone.
hold me accountable for 10,000 steps a day. Yeah.
How
So we'll
many
see.
books? How many books this year?
Yeah, I don't know. I tried this last year and I started out really strong in the wintertime. And then summertime came and I wasn't sitting at home so much. And so I kind of got out of it. So,
Okay.
is it your sister that you told me was reading like a crazy number of
My
books?
sister, I didn't check in with her to see if she made it, but it was a book a
It
week.
was, yeah, I won't
So
be able to do that.
52 books
Yeah, I
last year. And
won't be able
as
to
of
do that.
October, November, she was on pace.
Was she?
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we talked about Becky. So Becky was sending me books when she was still with us. And so now that she's not at the office anymore, my book supply has slowed down.
I'll
But
check with my sister for you.
okay, there you go. Yeah. So did we miss anything? Anything that should have made the top 10 list that maybe
Wow,
didn't?
there are probably other things, and most of those things would be around our staff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're just so blessed to have a wonderful, driven, committed staff. We had at least one newborn this year with our staff, maybe.
Hmm.
Well,
We've
that
had
was 26.
we've
So
had
we
two in 2026 already.
okay, two and 26. So that's
Yeah.
exciting. Families are
Yeah.
expanding.
Hmm.
Yep. So
Yeah.
so it takes all 110 of us to make this village happen. So
It
we're
sure
pretty
does.
excited.
Yeah. All righty. Well, that's it for this episode of We're Right Here. We'll see you next time.